Oh boy, here we go again. Previously I made a video about the dating app OkCupid turning into a cringy camgirl site, although they seem to have removed that feature now as if it never happened. Obviously, this was all thanks to my video, which pretty much nobody watched, except for the people on alt media like for example BitChute. Appreciate you guys, by the way. But after that video I was hoping to be done with making videos about the failure that is modern dating, because quite frankly I don't find it the slightest bit interesting. I prefer to not care about these things. It's a game not worth playing. But if something is shoved into my face over and over and over and over, well, you're going to bloody annoy me, aren't you? So let's buckle in, hombres. It's time for another rant. A little backstory. Like most people, I access the worldwide interwebs from my phone from time to time. And in my case, I often get random articles suggested to me when I do so. Sometimes they even pop up as a notification. While you might think this in itself would be annoying, the articles themselves were usually mildly entertaining and even educational at times. The algorithm was on point as it injected my online phone shenanigans with cultured articles about rumors of a Fallout New Vegas remake to get my hopes up for the inevitable disappointment, or that limited edition Persona 5 statue Atlas released, which I can't justify buying. And when it wasn't gaming related news, I could always read up on the amazing adventures of the Florida man, or a top 10 of things or places that would most likely kill me. Riveting stuff, I say, as I exaggerate. It was always a good read on the toilet is what I'm saying. But lately the algorithm got corrupted by the foul-smelling vile forces of Silicon Valley. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been spammed to death by this dumbass article about the so-called rise of single lonely men. At first, it was the original article that stalked my online presence, but now, like a vicious cancer, it has spread to articles of people commenting on it, or different articles that are an iteration of the original one for clout. I'm not gonna read the article here because I've noticed plenty of YouTubers have done so already, and you can easily find it yourself if by some miracle it's not already been forcefully injected into your eyeballs. But here's the gist of it. The number of single men is on the rise, and apparently they're miserable and lonely. Women are perfect and men need to do better, blah 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 blah. It's the same old tired rhetoric we've all heard before. You'd have to be pretty dense to not see it's fueled by an agenda of manipulation and shaming tactics. And in my humble opinion, it's also bullshit. If a large number of men is single, that means a large number of women is also single, unless harems are back in fashion or they all switch teams. Highly unlikely. Most men don't have a problem with solitude, heck, some of us even thrive in it. But as much fun as it is to destroy these people with simple logic, the article itself isn't my issue here. It's the fact it's plastered all over the web as a fact, and keeps getting rammed through our proverbial throats. It's no problem that these type of articles exist, everyone is allowed their opinion and viewpoint, but meanwhile articles, YouTube videos or even online opinions that question this narrative or are more uplifting to men are banned, shadow banned or ridiculized. Either you allow all opinions to be equally represented or you allow none. Of course I prefer the first option, but you get the point. Now is just this particular narrative being pushed mainstream, and it shows once again how incredible biased mainstream media is. And they still wonder why we consider them a pathetic joke. If you had to turn the people pushing this narrative into a meme, it would probably be this one. Like I said before, when all is said and done, it's essentially a shaming tactic that's bound to backfire. Crap like this only works on a certain type of men, and those men are most likely already part of a simp army for some random e-girl. The fact the comment sections of these articles are either turned off or moderated more heavily than a Marvel production on Rotten Tomatoes also speaks volumes. Usually my go-to reaction to online bullshit is to ignore it, But clearly, they won't allow that. But fear not, for in the end, indifference will win the day. I might rant about it all, but in the end, it's content for me to pour into my videos, which are a creative outlet, a hobby, one of many. Which leads me to my personal advice to all you mad lads out there. Ignore all this nonsensical screeching you encounter online. Deflect all shaming and finger pointing. Focus on living your best life. Enjoy your hobbies, chill with your friends, and do your thing. Pretty basic advice, which should be common knowledge, but I think we need to repeat it from time to time, just to make sure. And that wraps up this episode of the Shady After Hours show. This is Shady Gamer, your favorite Belgian Grim Reaper, signing off. Thank you for watching. As always, it's been a privilege to rant at you all.